Namaste. Let us work out one of the problem which appeared in the question paper for 24 marks. From the following trial balance extracted from the books of a trader, prepare trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. Okay, for the year 2017. So they have given the information about capital, drawings, stock, purchases, returns, wages, advertisement, interest, office expenses, loan. So everything they have given. There are various items and there are adjustments. First thing, we should understand which item goes where. Okay, then adjustments, where does it appear? So let's see one by one. So capital and drawings, where does it go? Where does it go? Balance sheet. Opening stock, trading account. Purchases and sales, trading. Returns, trading. See, purchases always show debit balance, right? So purchases return always show credit balance. You can remember in that way also. Then wages, trading. Advertisement, profit and loss account. Interest on loan to Smith. They have given the name Smith, 300. Office expenses, profit and loss account. Loan to Smith, in the bracket, they have given 10% on 1/4/2016. In the sense, in the beginning of the year, the loan was given to Smith. Okay, so the trader, like we have given the loan to Smith at 10% interest. Now, when they have given like this specific information with interest rate, some loan is given, then we should see whether interest is given. See here, they have given the interest. So, when there is loan as well as interest to a particular person, then we should check whether the interest is like paid or received. Here, in the sense, we have given loan to Smith, so we have to receive the interest. So interest is an income, so interest should be written on the credit side, right? So interest we received is 300 rupees. Whether it is correct, in a sense, whether we have received the full interest, we need to calculate. Always when they have given like this. So we can prepare the working note. So actual interest to be received. What is the loan we have given to Smith? 5,000 rupees. So 5,000 into 10% is the interest. So 500 rupees we have to receive. But we have received only 300. Okay, here it is 300. So we have received only 300 rupees. So outstanding, how much? 200. See, this is income outstanding, right? When there is income outstanding, then it should be written. See, this 200 should be written in the profit and loss account as well as balance sheet as outstanding income. Is it clear? So when you are supposed to do? When they have given like this, interest rate with some loan and there is interest. So we have to compare. Then investments, balance sheet, bills receivable and bills payable, balance sheet, debtors, creditors, balance sheet. Furniture, balance sheet, land, balance sheet, machinery, balance sheet, cash, balance sheet, cash at bank, balance sheet. Okay, identify all these items. Next, adjustments. Stock in hand on 31st/3/2017. This is the closing stock. Closing stock, where does it appear? In the trial balance and balance sheet, closing stock. Allow interest on capital, rupees 2,500. And interest on drawings, rupees 80. So interest on capital, it is an expense, right? So it appears in the profit and loss account and balance sheet. See, calculating, you're writing capital, add interest on capital, right? Capital, add additional capital, add interest on capital, less drawings, less interest on drawings. Remember the same thing. So 2,580 rupees will appear in the profit and loss account as well as balance sheet. Stock valued at rupees 3,000 destroyed by fire. And the insurance company admitted a claim for rupees 2,000. See here, there are two figures, right? So it should appear 4 times total in the adjustment 3. Don't get confused. Let's see one by one. Stock valued at rupees 3,000 destroyed by fire. So stock destroyed by fire, it will appear on the it appears in the trading account, and we have to use this 3000 for calculation of loss made in the profit and loss account, right? So 3000 will appear in the trading account and profit and loss account. Insurance company has to pay us rupees 2000, so we have to receive 2000 from the insurance company. So this is the income to be received, income outstanding. So in the balance sheet it appears. So 2000 should be written on the balance sheet. One more time we have to write in the profit and loss account. So how do we write profit and loss account? See, this also we have to write in the profit and loss account. This also we have to write in the profit and loss account. So 3000 destroyed, amount paid 2000. So 1000 is the loss that we are writing in the profit and loss account. Other than this, 3000 should appear in the trading account and 2000 should appear in the profit and balance sheet. Clear? An amount of rupees 10,000 included in the sales represents goods sent on sale or return basis. It includes a profit of 20%. So sales they have written, okay, 10,000 rupees sale we made and they wrote. But actually it is goods sent on sale or return basis. It is not confirmed sales. Okay, we have sent. So if they don't want, they can return us back. That means what? It is not the actual sales. So this 10,000 should appear in the trial balance and balance sheet. Profit of 20%. So actually this profit is not there, right? So it appears in the trial balance and balance sheet. So while working out the problem, I'll explain you how. Write off rupees 500 as bad debts and rupees 30 as provision for doubtful debts. So both appear in the profit and loss account as well as balance sheet. The manager is entitled to a commission of 10% of net profit before charging such commission. So manager is not yet entitled, in the sense he hasn't yet received the commission, but we are supposed to pay. How to pay it? We have to calculate what is the net profit, then we have to charge the commission, because they say 10% of net profit before charging such commission. Clear? Let us work out the problem. So trading in profit and loss account for the year ending 31st/3/2017. So as usual, we are writing to opening stock, to purchases, less purchase returns, to wages. Okay, 6,900. And here by sales, less returns. So usually we used to write only this much, sales less sales returns. But I told you they have written 10,000 worth goods as sales, but it is not confirmed sale. They can return us also. So when it is not confirmed, we have to deduct from the sales. That means this is not the actual sale, right? So in the sales they have shown 80,000, but actually 10,000 is not a sale, right? So we have to deduct this also. Clear? Sale or return basis we have to deduct. See, 10,000 once comes here and another in balance sheet 10,000. So we are deducting this. Is it clear? Sales less returns less sale or return basis, whatever goods are sold. Deduct. Then closing stock. Here what happens? See, for closing stock, 7,000 worth goods are there. See, when we are cancelling this, what happens? Actually, we had the goods, correct? And we just sold it. So from goods, so total closing stock will decrease and total sales will increase because of this effect, correct? So 10,000, we just took it out of closing stock. So closing stock got reduced. Then this 10,000, we assumed that we made the sales and we added it to sales account. So sales increased, right? So this is not correct. So how to make it correct? As it is increased, we are decreasing it. So we are deducting it, less 10,000. So it became proper. Closing stock, I told you, actually we reduced it. We are not supposed to do. When the goods are not sold, it will again go down, right? So we have to add 10,000 actually. But here 10,000 we are not adding. because profit is included in that. 20% profit is included, right? So what happens? Profit should not be added to closing stock. Profit is separate. Only the cost price of the goods should be added. So how to find out? So total worth 10,000 goods. So 10,000 we are deducting here. We have to add here 10,000. But this 10,000 includes 20% profit. So 2,000 is a profit. Profit we are not adding. So 10,000 goods minus 2,000 profit. Actual cost price is 8,000. So we are adding 8,000. Is it clear? So 7,000 plus 8,000, 15,000. Then goods destroyed by fire, 3,000. This is the usual entry. Only this you have to consider. Very easy. You have to deduct from the because when it is not actual sale, you have to deduct from the sales. You have to add it to the closing stock. That's it. 10,000. But here 10,000 includes profit and closing stock includes only cost price. So we are deducting the profit. 10,000 minus 2,000 we are deducting, and we are adding only 8,000. Clear? Okay. Then we have to make the total 86,500. Gross profit 52,000. Next. Profit and loss account will start. To office expenses, to advertisement, to interest on capital, to loss on fire. I told you 3,000 and 2,000 will appear in the profit and loss account. So together it will appear. 3,000 is a loss, 2,000 is a claim. We are going to receive from insurance company. So actual loss on fire. When there is fire, you have to pass this entry. Okay, you have to write loss on fire 1,000. Clear? So 3,000 and 2,000 appeared in the profit and loss account here. Then two bad debts 500. Add new RBD 30 rupees. Here by gross profit brought down. First thing you have to write by gross profit brought down. Then interest on loan. Interest, total interest that we are supposed to total interest that we are supposed to get is how much? 500, right? We have to receive 500, but we received only 300. So 300 we received, outstanding 200. Total 500 we have to receive. As you know, we are following accrual basis. So total how much we have to receive, that we are writing in the profit and loss account. So interest on loan, that is 5,000 into 10%, 500. That we are writing. We have to write in the outer column. But there are internal adjustment. Interest received 300, add accrued interest. That is interest outstanding. Accrued interest that we are going to receive 200. Right? So this we have to show. And this 200 will appear one more time in the balance sheet. Interest on drawings. So interest on capital we are writing on the debit side because it is expense. Interest on drawings, that it is income. Proprietor has to pay the firm. So it is income. 80 rupees we are writing. So total of both the sides 52,580 and the gross profit 31,500. Now let us prepare the balance sheet. So one by one we can prepare. Bills payable 2,500, creditors 16,800, managers commission outstanding, that is 3,500. So how did we get managers commission? How did we calculate? See, first what we are supposed to do is we have to make the total of both the sides, right? Net profit we have to find out. So what is the net profit? This is 35,000. You'll get 35,000. So here this is the 35. So this you will get as, watch carefully, 35,000 is a net profit. But before charging this, before giving the net profit, we have to charge. So 35,000 into 10%. So 3,500. Okay, this we have to give manager. And remaining amount we can show it as net profit. So 35,000 minus 3,500, 31,500 is the net profit. Is it clear? So we are writing because outstanding. We haven't paid yet. We just calculated now. So 3,500 we are writing. Now capital, opening capital 50,000, add interest on capital, add net profit, less drawings, less interest on drawings. This is the usual format. Then cash in hand 250, cash at bank 3,300, bills receivable 3,500, then debtors 20,000, less bad debt, less RBD. I told you 10,000. How does it appear? 10,000 goods we sold. Okay, so usually we sell in credit. They haven't mentioned cash. So goods sold on credit. Then that 10,000 worth we are writing on the debtors book. We are writing in the debtors book as debtors. They have to pay us, right? So 10,000 we are writing. But here what happened? Actually, it is not confirmed sale. So we can't name them as debtors. So what did we do? We have added back the 10,000 worth goods to our stock itself. So from debtors name also, their name should be debtors book. Their name should be strike. We need to strike off their name. So what will happen here? Debtors we have to less deduct sale or return basis 10,000. So 10,000 appear twice here and trading account. So 9,470. Closing stock 7,000. Here what happens? Goods on return basis. So goods we are adding, no? In the trading account we have added 8,000. So it will appear in the closing stock. These goods directly go to our godown. So closing stock 7,000, add goods on return basis 8,000. So remember this 10,000 appeared both in the trading account and balance sheet, and this we have deducted from sales and we are deducting from debtors 10,000. Here 8,000 we are adding to the closing stock in the trading account as well as closing stock in the balance sheet. Clear? Furniture. Then machinery, land and buildings, investment. We are writing as it is. So loan. Why loan we are writing on the asset side? Because we are giving loan to Smith. It is an asset because Smith will give us interest every year. So this is like investment only. Okay. So we are giving loan to Smith. So it is asset 5,000. Add accrued interest. So interest receivable. We haven't yet received the interest 200. I told you once you have to write in the profit and loss account, another time in the balance sheet 200. So 5,200. Now amount due from the insurer. Insurer has to pay 2,000. That is outstanding income. So we are writing on the balance sheet. So this 2,000 will appear once in profit and loss account and once in balance sheet. So total of both the sides 1,03,720. Clear? So work out the problem. Okay. Once you understand all the items, then work out the problem. So all the items should appear twice, whichever are given in the adjustments. Okay. Thank you.